Good morning and welcome to the opening trade. I'm Ayla and I'll be guiding you today. Before we get started, don't forget to first read and understand our disclosures found by link and text in the description below of this video. All right, let's see here. Today we'll be looking at these three charts. Right now we're on the ES, which is the S&P 500 futures. We also have the NASDAQ futures here, which is the NQ chart. And the YM, which is the Dow Jones futures. We won't be doing the Russell today as we have the data error. So we'll just be focusing on these three charts for today. We have free trials to automated trading systems on our website at theopeningtrade.com. All right, let's take a look at the news today. Gold prices are below multi-month high after the NFP U.S. natural gas futures extend losses to one-year low. Shell gas stations see strong Q4 earnings from gas trading despite the lower production. Wheat set for the biggest weekly loss in 6 months on ample global supplies. We've got about 5 minutes before the New York session opens. Let's take a look at the chart. Up here we have the euro on the top chart. And this is the Treasury bond. All right, so let's see here. Demand flows in top hubs. Traders bank on Chinese New Year, the year of the rabbit. Copper claws higher on hopes that Chinese stimulus will lift the demand. Palm posts weekly losses as optimism over lower stock wanes. Benchmark mix, Saudi Arabia cuts February OSPs to Asia. China is boosting its coal output. Eases Australia's ban to bolster energy security. Oil is steady and it is still poised for a sharp weekly decline. The Shanghai nickel hits the 1-month low. Natural gas is down by a little over 5%. We got about 2.5 minutes before the open in New York. Again, this top chart is the euro, bottom chart is the S&P 500. Now we'll look at the NASDAQ. Oh, I got some movement up here on the euro. This is the Treasury bond, futures Treasury bond. Thank everyone for watching. We got about less than a minute before the open. All right, market should be opening right now. Take a look. The NASDAQ is dropping at this time. What we're seeing here, candle. We're watching the movement here on the NQ, which again is the NASDAQ futures. So today the bot did not trade on the NASDAQ, which is this chart. Now we're watching the ES, which is the S&P 500 futures. Again, this is a simulated trading. So if the signals are good, the ES will be the next one to automate a trade, and then after that will be the YN. They will be at the same time. The YM and the ES are looking for signals, which they will trade at the exact same time. So in 3 minutes at 9:35 Eastern time, that's when it should kick off if the signals are indicating it's going to be a good trade. So we're just going to watch this chart here. Maybe we'll flip between the two. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Looks like our news channel was updated and we got gold edges higher as investors digest NFP. We got 2 minutes before our automated trade will kick off if the indicators are in our favor. We have free trials to automated trading systems for simulated accounts on our website at theopeningtrade.com. Let's see what this chart is doing here. We got about 1 minute before we should see it either trade or not trade. That is the question every day. There is movement. As we can see here, the ES is looking like it wants to break above the R1, so we'll see what's going to happen. And we're within the order
submitted.
So the ES looked and saw that the indicator was indicating it would be a favorable trade, so it automatically opened the trade. So here we're watching it. It's still moving up. We're really close to a win. Let's see it go. It's really dancing. The volume is, oh no. We want it to go back the other way and be in green. Sometimes that's just the way it goes, but there's always a chance it can turn around. So we are hoping for that chance. We're still in a trade.
Order filled. Order filled.
So the stop loss kicked us out of the trade. Unfortunately, it was not a winning trade.
Order filled. Order filled.
As we see here. The YM also lost, which is why that number changed. If you were paying attention, you saw it was at 4, and then it said order filled for the second time, and it jumped to 687.50. Some days that's what's going to happen, so we will be back here on Monday to run the strategies again and see how it plays. Let's see here. Thank you for watching. We have free trials to the automated trading systems on our website at theopeningtrade.com for forward and backward simulated testing. Don't forget to read and understand all associated risks listed on the website and in the video description below. Let's see if the new came out with anything. Nothing fresh. And as you can see here on the ES chart, we're really happy to have gotten out where we did, as it is still just falling. It looks like it's going to try to bounce off the daily pivot point, but if it breaks below, it'll keep on going lower. Which it looks like we're going to see it hit that right now, and it's gone below, but we'll see where it moves to. So on a day like today, where the outcome wasn't favorable, it actually was, because had we stayed in it, I mean, I don't even want to guess how much of a negative number that would be at this moment. If this little chunk is like 700 bucks, what's that giant chunk, right? Again, it's right at the price point, or the pivot point, sorry. Too many P's. Let's check the news, refresh this. Well, looks like wheat is up 5 cents, corn's up 4 to 5 cents, with soy being the winner today, up 12 to 15 cents. So it looks like it doesn't know if it wants to bounce off the pivot point or not yet. We'll take a look at the NQ, see what it did. Again, this is the NASDAQ futures chart here. Above we have we have the euro, which is now displaying the treasury bond futures, but not much movement. Go back down here. Here's the YM. Back to the ES. Looks like the volume has dropped drastically. When the volume was building, the price was falling. Alright, so it went below the pivot point for the day, and it is still running down, which is why even though today wasn't a winner, in my book it was, because I would hate to be in the trade way down here. Because I would estimate the loss to be about 3 times worse right now than what we saw. Take a look at the YM. Oh, look at that. Isn't that interesting? The YM and the ES, both candles are looking the same. Although you'll see here on the YM, the pivot point is quite much lower than it was on the S&P 500, which is the ES chart we were just looking at. So now we're looking at the YM, which is the Dow Jones futures, and we're seeing if this candle is going to hit the pivot point for the day. So again, thankfully, the automated trading system took us out of the trade when we hit our stop loss. Had it not, we would still be falling with this down and down and downward momentum, which nobody wants, right? No one wants to lose. So if you do have to lose, better only to lose a little than a lot, right? Which is what the automated trading system is set up to do. It looks at the indicators. If it sees that the movement is not going to be in our favor, it's going to take us out, so we only lose a little and not a lot. So here we saw that the candle is bouncing right here on the pivot point on the chart right here. We're looking at the YM, which is the Dow Jones futures at the moment. Camera died. Something. Hold on for technical difficulties. You might be able to hear me, but I understand you cannot see me. So Click here. Okay, apparently technology just loves to be touched today. The camera shut itself off, but we're back. All right, so back to what we were doing. We're looking at this YM chart. Again, we see the candle is running down and it is bouncing off the pivot point today. So we'll take a look at the ES, which is the S&P 500 futures. As you see earlier, we said if it hit this pivot point and went below it, it would keep on falling, which is exactly what it did. And it is continuing to make below pivot point falls at this time. So we see this chart here is the NASDAQ futures. It fell below its pivot point. It had the highest pivot point out of the three charts we're looking at today. And it fell below it. It ran for a real long time. And you can see it looks green right now, but we'll check on it in a little bit. It'll probably, I don't know. We'll see what it's doing. So here we are again on the Dow Jones futures, which is our YM chart. Again, the candle is just bouncing right off the pivot point for the day. So we only have a few moments left. Thank you for bearing with our technical difficulties if you're still here. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. We'll be back on Monday, barring any further technical difficulties. Don't forget to read and understand all associated risk lists on our website, theopeningtrade.com, and in the video link description below. So I'm Ayla, and that's almost it for today. I'll be here on Monday. Please like and subscribe. Okay, so back to this chart here for the last minute. See the YM? It's, again, just bouncing right off that pivot point. So, although the automated trading system saw a loss in the simulated count, it was a fantastic loss bearing the way the chart looks right now, considering all it's done is fall. And nobody likes a loser, right? So we're glad to have realized very early on that the trading indicators did what it was supposed to do, saw that this was not going to go in our favor, and took us right on out. So if you want to learn more, make sure to check out the free trials to the automated trading systems on our website at theopeningtrade.com. So I'm Ayla, and that's it for today, and I'll see you Monday. Have a great weekend.